Have you ever used material for your school project or presentation and you got full access to that material without paying for it? And you even passed it on to your colleague without worrying about the copyrights? You probably used OERs or open educational resources. Open educational resources are teaching, learning and research materials in any medium that reside in the public domain, or have been released under an open license, that permits no-cost access, use, adaptation, and redistribution by others with no or limited restrictions. This means that you can download a resource, and share it with your friends or classmates. Also, in some cases, you may be able to download a resource, edit it in some way, and then repost it as a remixed work because OER often has a Creative Commons license or other permission to let you know how the material may be used, reused, adapted, and shared. OERs can include textbooks, curricula, syllabi, lecture notes, assignments, audio, video, and software. How can you use the OERs more effectively? Here are 5 points to consider within the bounds of Creative Commons. First is reuse. Content can be reused in its altered, or unaltered original format. Meaning you can reuse your original, revised, or remixed copy of the resource publicly either on a website, presentation, or as a class handout. The second is retain. Copies of content can be retained for personal archives or reference. You can make, own, and control a copy of the resource and keep it in your computer. The third is revise. Content can be modified or altered to suit specific needs. You can edit, adapt, and modify your copy of the resource like translating it into another language or cutting the resource short. Fourth is remix. Content can be adapted with other similar content to create something new. Meaning you can combine your original or revised copy of the resource with other existing material to create something new like a mashup. And fifth is redistribute. Content can be shared with anyone else, in its original or altered format. Hence, you can share copies of your original, revised, or remixed copy of the resource with others, like posting a copy online or giving one to a friend, or sharing it with the class. But why should we use OERs? OERs has been shown to increase student learning while breaking down barriers of affordability and accessibility. OERs can provide democratic and equitable access to knowledge, meaning that anyone can access and use the resources regardless of income level, as long as there are no technical barriers. Hence, it offers a solution for those faced with economic restrictions. Moreover, OERs can support lifelong and non-formal learning by being available to people outside of the formal educational system, regardless of age and previous studies. Furthermore, it can also offer more diversified knowledge than traditional textbooks. Through OERs, materials come from many different sources, different regions, reflect multiple perspectives and are available in many different languages. Additionally, OERs can also create a more dynamic experience for the learner, who instead of passively listening or reading, can take part in the creation of the educational resources. Also, the possibility for others to review a work and make corrections or improvements is also a means of increasing the quality and relevance of the materials. And when sharing something online, its creators also tend to put a bigger effort in ensuring its quality, given that their exposure will be wider. But with so many freely available resources online, choosing an OER can be overwhelming. So, how do we evaluate OERs? This checklist contains some suggestions for staff when choosing resources. The first is accuracy. Is the information accurate? Are there major content errors or omissions? Are there spelling errors to typos? The second is relevance. Does the information directly address one or more of the class objectives? Does it cover the content you'd like to learn in a class? The third is production quality. Is the information clear and understandable? Is the layout and interface easy to navigate? Do the design features enhance learning? For audio or video resources, is the sound quality high? Fourth is accessibility. Is the resource available in alternative formats like documents or PDF? For audio or video resources, is there a transcript or subtitles? Fifth is interactivity. Does the resource encourage active learning and class participation? Are there opportunities of students to test their understanding of the material, like a video with embedded questions? And sixth is licensing. Does the license allow for educational reuse of the materials? Does the license allow modifications or adaptations of the materials? As we can see, open educational resources supports a future where students and instructors have free access to a wide variety of high-quality educational resources that have been collaboratively developed, reviewed, revised, and shared across institutions. OERs, in a way, aims for a future where educational resources can be easily adapted to fit within the context of specific courses, and to meet the needs of specific students, and a future where the cost of creation, use, and maintenance is much lower than the rising costs of textbooks and other classroom resources. Here are some examples of open educational resources that you can use. Internet Archive is a non-profit digital library of internet sites and other cultural artifacts in digital form. Like a paper library, they provide free access to researchers, historians, scholars, the print disabled, and the general public. Its mission is to provide universal access to all knowledge. Khan Academy is a personalized learning resource for all ages. It offers practice exercises, instructional videos, and a personalized learning dashboard that empower learners to study at their own pace in and outside of the classroom. They also focus on skill mastery to help learners establish strong foundations. CORE aggregates all open access research worldwide, and delivers unrestricted access for all. They enrich scholarly data using text and data mining technologies to aid discoverability, support the network of open access repositories and journals with innovative technical solutions, and facilitate a scalable, cost-effective route for the delivery of open scholarship. Project Gutenberg is an online library of free ebooks. It was the first provider of free electronic books or ebooks. Michael Hart, the founder of Project Gutenberg, invented ebooks in 1971, and his memory continues to inspire the creation of ebooks and related content today. Project Gutenberg's main mission is to encourage the creation and distribution of ebooks. Open Educational Resources, or OER Commons, offers opportunities for systemic change in teaching and learning content through engaging educators in new participatory processes and effective technologies for engaging with learning. OER Commons also forges alliances between trusted content providers and creative users and reusers of OER. These are just some of the examples of OERs that you can access freely. For a more detailed compilation of OERs, click on the link provided below. Thank you for listening and have fun learning.